I was very close to finding the last two pieces of important information out.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, Mr. Fucking Important. Mr. Fucking Important himself, Darren Geddes. The opening one, if you care, who was like in it? Stacia or Helicopter Grandma? You know, I had to pick that because the lyric came out of Jordan's mouth, Jordan Geddes' mouth in his phone call with Dolly. He's just so paranoid. He just fits that bill, and I wonder why. There's something, this relationship between the trifecta of morons, between Danny, Darren, and Jordan, is one that's intriguing. There's something that bonds them all together in all of this. And, you know, I've discovered in the background a new cycle, and it has to do with how they all treat Jordan in all of this. You know, there's a good chance that Jordan got dragged into this and is being used as the scapegoat by Darren and Danny. Danny going over there. Do you remember way back around Christmas time, before Christmas, they're having a little party, and Darren supposedly, or somebody offered up or gave Jordan allegedly substances and then ended up smacking him around a little bit? Well, that whole process is a way of controlling an individual. Okay. And, you know, old Jordan sounds like he gets slapped around a lot by his old man in that sense. And this is a pattern. It's not the first and last time that it's happened. Wasn't a one-off, but I know from people talking about it in the background that it was talked about earlier. I thought, well, that's certainly interesting. Old Danny and Darren seem to be holding something over Jordan. Maybe that's what's driving him nuts. Maybe that's why he's calling people up and sounding like a desperate little pussy, a little wimp, a little girl, when he's screaming about how much certain things hurt his feelings and are affecting his life, when in reality, what's affecting his life is the reality of the situation at hand and just how on top of things people really are. Jordan has all kinds of guilty knowledge about this circumstance, that we have no doubt. Way back in November, when he did the phone call with me and Mike, he's talking all about how specifically our content is what brought upon particular unwanted attention at his house, when in fact, I'm telling you right now, he's got several people watching all up and down that road, reporting, talking about it. It ain't coming from anybody's YouTube channel who's talking about the case. That's a real problem, Jordan. You gave yourself away, girlfriend. Sally. Laying up out there in your fucking bus. You're like Janie. Wonder if the bus moves. I doubt it. Hey, Helicopter Grandma, thank you. That's very generous. Listen. Wayne McKenzie isn't the only one that knows that dickhead Danny got his Dodge Journey stuck in the mud the night, probably Thursday, but it's unknown. He's changed whether it was Wednesday night or Thursday night. Most likely Thursday night, because it would fit the information that we're thirsty for in the timeline that isn't worth remembering, because according to Danny, nothing life-changing happened. Why is it that Danny, according to Wayne, refuses to tell everybody or anybody who towed him out and where it was he was stuck? I wonder why it came up in conversation, but some things we'll just have to find out over time. Why don't you want to talk about it, Danny? Was it Jordan and Daddy Darren to come and tow you out? Is that who got you unstuck? Was it old Kent? Was he in there somewhere? Man, that Dodge Journey sure is interesting. And they trip right out when you bring it up. They get all upset. They don't like you talking about this stuff. They don't like you talking about any of this information. This is what will get many of you people in the live chat in places targeted, marked. Like Australia's most notorious mass serial animal killer and abuser is targeting me in this channel. That's fucking hilarious. That's almost like a star. That makes me a 3-star fucking general. When you have people like that upset with you and trying to come after you and brigade and do things that out in the open give themselves away, it just tells you it's like a rewarding little pat on the back. Good job. You're doing the right thing. You are making a change in the world.
As he can, his back is blown out. He's an old man.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to help out these kids with the family members that need it. And there's a couple links that went down the line. I don't know any idea about it.
Uh-huh. So from your knowledge of Darren, he's always been a good guy to you.
Oh yeah, he's been a good guy to me. Good guy to my brother as much as you can. There's
much as he can, except for when he's fucking drinking.
Trouble.
Except when Daddy Darren gets a little drunk and Danny comes over and he spikes his Long Island iced tea filled with some substances. Then they go upside my head and they yell at me and they make me make these calls. You're such a fluffer, Jordan. You're such a simp. You've got no real point for being there in the first place. You give yourself away. We figured it out. What sort of control does Daddy Darren and Danny have over you in all of this? How are they tying you into all of this? Just because you're a good sport, or just because you're there, just because you're a scapegoat? They're dehumanizing you. How involved exactly are you in all this? They've made you involved. Maybe you feel trapped. Maybe that's what's putting you on stress leave from the mill. Do you walk by that crushed Dodge Journey every time you come home? So much in that small little section of land just south of your home here. I wonder what sort of surprises the area holds.
That always happens with every family. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. No, there's no perfect family, not at all.
So it's the crazy things that people are saying right now. Like, I have a hard time even going into town because I feel like people are watching me. They're watching my mom, my poor.
You can't go into town because you think that people are watching you. That's what spiked the intro song. Jordan's always feeling like somebody's watching him. Oh. He always feels like somebody's watching him.
Her mother's probably going to have a fucking heart attack at this point. My brother.
Oh, Lord. So it's affecting y'all in y'all's day-to-day life.
Oh, yeah, easy. I couldn't go to work today. Dolly, or what's your real name?
My real name is Jimmy.
I couldn't even go to work today. I'm so stressed.
Yeah, just that.
Probably because just like Danny beats the kids, Danny got you all fucked up and he started slapping you around. Probably while you had your 2 lips wrapped around his man sausage, his tube steak smothered in underwear. You guys get all fucked up on meth and y'all get naked. Play with your toys. That's what you boys all do when you get together, isn't it?
It's Jimmy.
Jimmy? Okay, well, I'm Jordan.
Okay, nice to meet you, Jordan.
Jimmy. Imagine Daniel's life, though, too. The guy did pass a polygraph test.
Yes, he did.
And he's doing as much as he can. And now I don't know, I'm not getting into it too far. I have no really opinion of it. It's just kind of pathetic to me, the way that people on YouTube and on Facebook are adding me. and adding, like, it's insane. Like,
Well, now there's going to be a lot
No,
of
Jordan, remember what you're pissed off about? You're pissed off about the neighbor who was talking about Malaya and Danny and the kids being in your driveway that Thursday. You got triggered over it, bro. It caused a real kerfuffle. It was the first, before any of the raid came out, before you got jacked for all of your little stash of weapons. They didn't get all your guns, though, did they? Of course they didn't. That's why they've got to monitor and watch you idiots all of the time. There's a reason why you feel watched, because you're being watched, dude. Including from the people in this chat. A special interest group.
people talking about you now because
I
you
hope they do talk. Well,
you
I
just
don't hope they
showed
do,
up,
but I'm trying
so-
to clarify. What more did they do than my father did in this situation?
Well, it's just talking. I don't think a lot of people on the YouTube streets, they make these threats like they're going to do this and they're going to do that. I get a lot of them just being a YouTuber, and nobody ever does nothing. They make these threats like they're going to do something, and I don't even take the threats really serious. But I ain't going to tell people not to take threats seriously because you never know. Somebody may say something, and there's a lot of nut jobs out here in this world, but
Yeah.
a lot of
thing.
people over time have threatened me up here, and I don't pay it a lot of mind, but I'm not going to tell other people that because then something bad could happen. So I would say take any threat seriously, but I wouldn't worry myself to death about these threats that are coming on the internet because people are just talking shit.
No, they are definitely talking shit. And like,
especially when you don't know, and then it's not like your family has been accused of doing anything to the kid. But then again,
well,
I've heard people say,
well, what the RCMP literally came in, man, and they just asked me. We heard that you were in the front yard playing with the kids.
Playing with the kids. That is wow. See, that's new.
Fucking seen them in my goddamn life.
Never met the kids, never seen them. The kids that somebody's seen in your yard or your family kids.
With the clown nose, and then Jordan, I put a Pinocchio nose on him and had his hair stand up even more crazy, as if he put his finger into a socket, and that was like yeah. But you know what,
Mike,
yeah.
something else that was revealed today. Jordan was quite heavy at one time. Jordan was a heavier set guy. He's not like that now. Jordan's very thin. He was a thicker.
I wonder
heavy...
why. I wonder why he lost so much weight.
Drugs, substances, stress, his lifestyle.
Yeah. And you know what? Let me give you guys another hint. The reason he's stressed out is not because people online are talking about him, but because of what is going to come out in terms of his involvement. So there's a lot more that's going to come. I tried to help him at one point, but he...
Yes. So, bang on. Yeah, dig it. You're talking about in my chat, there's a trafficking ring here in rural Nova Scotia, like there's everywhere. And this is connected. Well, the only trafficking ring that you got to worry about is the one that's happening right in Daniel's home. I don't know what you're talking about. Borderline spam. You're on warning.
You see, I'm so good at convincing people that I believe them that it works with the higher class of people. But the dumb ones, they just think they got me fooled, and they do. Anyways, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. And I'm very happy to be a part of this. And all of you will be very happy that you stuck with me, because you're going to hear it here first. There's much that I cannot talk about, unfortunately. And I promise you, as soon as I'm able to, as soon as I have a green light, it'll come out. But I checked today a balances channel, and several people have messaged me about it. And not just the thing about Ninchi. I mean, this is somebody who, again, will... I don't even want to use these people's names anymore. I don't care how related they are. that God, I didn't
Wait,
even pay
Mike, what's her real name again? Say that name.
Joss Larkins,
Jocelyn,
the nasty.
what was it? Jocelyn with an L, something. I can
Jocelyn Himmler.
check on A Balance's channel for a little bit.
Is it Larkin?
Himmler.
Yeah, Larkins, exactly. Jocelyn Larkins. And so it's called Tasmania Horse Holocaust.
Yeah, the Tasmanian Horse Holocaust.
That's the name of
the final solution
video that I watched earlier. And the most interesting part was, though, when he said, I looked into my spam folder. So I looked into my spam folder, and that's when I realized, oh my gosh. So anyways, yes, he talked about her. I can talk, we can take it easy right now because there are certain things that are being, right now, I believe, things are being worked on also by the RCMP.
I don't, allegedly, well, I think she was convicted. I didn't read it all because she's irrelevant to me, but she was a school teacher and she killed 21 horses.
Something like that. And she had an inappropriate relationship with a student or something like that and was fired because of that. That's the other thing that.
Yeah. She's a pedo, a PDF file. Another thing that she has in common with old Darren, Geddes, and Daniel.
He was talking about on his channel today. So I have no doubt. You know what?
The whole lot of this crew.
I watched her, or I tried to watch her a couple of times because I saw these compilations of voice, of audio, and I couldn't listen to her. And then one time Belinda said, I was just watching Lindsay, and Lindsay thinks that Malaya gosh, she's anyways. I really became
the audio cut out
aware of her, and then I saw Ninshi. You know what? I don't care. These people are not important.
You tell them, Mike.
But I thought it was, kind of, again, don't trust Belinda, don't trust Chelsea, and do not trust Daleen, especially Daleen. And he talked. Belinda blocked from my YouTube channel a while ago, so they cannot comment. Daleen even before that. But now I finally blocked all of them in Facebook Messenger. First of all, I want to make it impossible for them to delete comments, which I may or may not. I don't even want to go there. I want them to, but don't trust these people. And, again, I was the only one saying that 6 months ago. I lost a lot of viewers, but I don't care because in the end, all the trash will be taken out and everything will come to light. And I will make sure every single thing will come to light right here. And a lot of things, you guys will say, okay, that's what it was. And other people now, they're messaging me, I'm so sorry, I didn't trust you. Can you unblock? No, the only person I ever unblocked was A Balance. And
you hear that, Cheney? I'm the only one in the world. I'm special.
I did that after his video. And when he said, I think I hurt his feelings. Yeah, you did. And I'm glad I didn't watch all the things that he said.
You know what we've learned? I can't wait. I can't wait for the last year. We have been in a position of having to listen to these fucking dimwits try to fucking persuade us into believing their cockamamie bullshit story. Now we have enough and a growing mound of evidence, of realistic, objective evidence, that we can talk till the cows come home about all of the things that make them run and fucking hide. All of the thing that triggers them into leaking all over, calling into mics, trying to one-up Anita and getting destroyed, Janie. Holy fuck, did you lose? That backfired. It's funny what the truth does. It's funny how impenetrable the truth really is at the end of the day, and what makes you fearful and what motivates you to go on the offensive when you have things to hide. We've been through that cycle of the pattern. Now it can really fuck with your mind, Danny, as you're sitting there with your mom and your shit hosts fucking talking about how fantastic this show is and how bang on and accurate it is and what it is that you've got to do. I hope that the boys up in the geospatial near Earth orbit balloon surveillance they've got running on you have got their frequencies tuned in so they can hear you talk all about it. You guys can't stop listening to the things that are coming out about you. The truth, the reality.
That, even though a lot of people messaged me about it, and my response was always, oh, great, good to know. Did you stand up for me? That was usually my response. Listen, guys, be very careful with people.
Like, I think it's absolutely outstanding. It's hilarious that there's just those calibers of bullshit fucking channels that have perpetuated all of this garbage and nonsense. And there's a handful of them. And it's so obvious. The people recognize, and you can see the genuine from the not at this point looking in. You don't need to educate anybody on the case. Thanks to that paper-thin alibi that Malaya and Daniel spewed in front of that television camera, you've got their puppets and this loose circle of fucking degenerate criminals that are sympathizers for child sex offenders as our opponents, talking poorly about us, brigading, trying to get me taken down for cyberbullying. No, baby, I'm using what the internet is for, ho. And it's exposing, bringing forth the truth.
People who keep telling you what other people say about you. Be very
The
careful.
fifth
Don't
estate,
trust those
baby.
types of people. I'm not talking about some people, couple people who said a couple of things to me. Hey, you may not
Thanks,
want to
helicopter
trust
grandma.
him because he said this about. That's a different story. But there are people who continuously said, you know what they're saying about
The audio's all fucked up. Okay, hold on.
you. And that's when I learned about Jordan too. But you know, be very be very careful, because when people fabricate things about Anita, I don't tell her this shit. I don't bother her. And she also, you know, you gotta protect your friends. You gotta protect their energy. You know, you can't, you know, but it reveals things to me. And I was actually thankful a few days ago when I looked at Shenanigans and the Content Thief, and looked at, you know, some of the comments there, and there was some people that I barely tolerated because their comments were so off. And sure enough, there they are. So I'm happy kind of to clean house and keep this flow, you know, informative. So I think my comment section.
Yeah, it's one of the best, Mike. How does my microphone sound now? Testing 153 782. Thank you, Robin Edwards. It's very generous of you, darling.
Is the best.
Everybody take a moment to get in your sock accounts and go and subscribe and hit that thumbs up with those sock accounts, please. Take a moment, switch out, and come back.
One that's out there. And I will keep it like that, especially when with the member section where now I have less to worry about, don't have to babysit, and so on and so on. But anyways, where was I? I get sidetracked too, Anita, just so you know what I mean? But I'm in a flow right now where I almost celebrate like one, you know, one gone, no, two gone, basically, and 3 to go. You know what I mean? So yeah, I have been right from day one. I will tell you again, they copied my findings, sold them as their own, and so on and so on and so on. Don't trust those people. If you do, you will always be misled. And yes, now it's full speed ahead, and there's a lot more to come. Don't donate money to them either. Don't support their whatever. seriously. If you're interested in the case, make sure, you know, if I'm not on, watch A Balance. I mean, he has good things on there. He talked with Brandon, okay? So I want to go.
That's great advice from Mike DeMann. I just can't believe how bang on he is with his advice tonight. That's true.
Malaya won't talk to anyone.
Right.
Not even her own mother. Not even her own mother.
Well, thanks, Deerwood. Thanks for letting us know.
And I gained Malaya's trust, and she agreed to talk.
He's already talking like a fucking pedo. You're already talking like somebody who's taking advantage and grooming young children. That's what you sound like, Darren. Talking about gaining the trust and grooming Malaya from afar. Dude, you just sound like a dirty old man, you booze-nosed fuck. Why don't you shave that stupid-looking fucking mustache off, too? Screaming, fucking raging closet.
Talk to me this afternoon to meet, because there was a couple of things that I can only get. I know everything else. I know.
You're making your son Jordan call up Dolly and do the talking for you, stand up on your behalf for your honor. You've got him groomed. We know where your priorities are when it comes to children and how you use them in your life. There's a real pattern there that sticks out to so many people, including the neighbors that fucking keep throwing old Jordan under the bus. Jordan knows how fucking close. He knows he's being watched. It's not just by paid surveillance. It's by the people in the community. Everybody be knowing who Jordan is. Everybody be knowing where he works and lives. Cries. You're getting them all fucked up and you're beating them up. You've got them scared. You got them groomed. You've got them made to be like the Gimp in Pulp Fiction.
I believe I do, and I'm very sure I do. I know everything that happened.
Okay.
I'm friends with Daniel, and I'm friends with Daniel's family, and they trust me. And of course, my family on this side, they trust me.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not.
The only fucking thing going through Janie and Danny's fucking mind is how do they know all of this? Who, how, and who's been talking? The more people that find out the objective timeline in the background, the more angry old daddy Durward Darren, the douchebag booze-nosed freak, and Danny Martell get tripped out. They take their rage out on Jordan, it sounds like. Blame him. You guys have been fucked since the beginning. It ain't Jordan's fault. You're pulling him into this. We can smell it. We can see it. People are experiencing it, including your very own close family members and other family. Doesn't half your family work at that fucking sawmill beside Jordan's house? The one that he had to take off sick the day he called Dolly, according to him? It's just the real talk of the town around there.
Really, I don't know what you call it. I'm not a detective. I'm just a regular.
Fuck, that's more information. I've just given you all more information right there. Not like it was a whole lot, but it was more real information than old Darren has given in any of his fucking interviews. That's what your daddy's doing for Jack and Lily there, Jordan freak. The Gimp. Poor guy. You've stripped his self-worth away from him, Dad. It's not Jordan's fault. It's Danny and Malaya's fault. And they were really dragging Jordan into all of this. And you're to blame for that. Where are you to stand up for your son there, Daddy?
Guy.
Oh, mind games, Danny.
Is Malaya with
Janie, holy
her mom?
shit.
Is she still staying with her mom?
No, Malaya took off to the reservation, and she's with her Indian family now, and they're all around her.
Okay. I've heard
the
that, yeah.
Brooks family. That's where her name Brooks comes from.
Okay.
And she's with the Brooks family right now.
Of course Kent does. He's the ringleader, Mayflower. Kent's a freak. Kent's involved in all this because old daddy Darren's involved him. Darren's ex, Jordan's mom, is related to Kent. Kent's family's incorporated. All cousins. Mm-hmm. It's not because they want to hold on to power around there.
And CPS took Meadow, no doubt, because she was living at Cindy's place supposedly under 24-hour supervision by her mother and her mother's man.
Right.
But anyway,
24-hour supervision.
We had a little event there.
You guys stand here for 24 hours and keep your eyes on this kid. You're such a fucking idiot, Darren. You are the dumbest fucking dude out there. Oh, doing your best to fucking make things sound at least half-assed professional or clinical, as though you might know what you're talking about. You just throw all of that out the window and describe it like you just were trying to convince or persuade a little kid to take some candy from your hand. Holy fuck.
There yesterday, and I think I caused it. I meant to stir things up because there was nothing happening, and I meant to stir things up, and I did. And she panicked. This is my belief now. She panicked, grabbed Meadow, and took off to the reservation. And she feels safe at the reservation in amongst her native family. They're all very close.
Okay.
And that's where her lawyer is too. Her lawyer who represents her is a native lawyer. I believe the chief on that reservation is a female now, and I've referred to the chief on that reservation a few times as he. I think it's a female.
Okay.
But anyway, the lawyer she has is.
Shut the fuck up already. Imagine how boring that conversation was going for poor Justin there. You want to spice it up a little bit?
Mind?
I never... Listen to me.
You fucking did with your dumb fucking videos. And if you're fucking... I don't give a fuck anyway. This is going right to my lawyer, right to the lead investigator. I know who fucking you are. I know who my fucking Scott Chris Snap is, Callie Gibson, Ninchi, all these fucking assholes, buddy.
I have nothing to do.
I'm going to fucking literally... There's going to be a cease and assist, and you guys are going to get fucked over this too. Because I'm telling you, the God...
Yeah, we got that cease and desist. But you say it came from you in that section there, Jordan. That's funny shit. The cease and desist. Well, I want 2 assists. Who's got the hat trick? What a fucking tool. Man, he makes me laugh a little bit. But he's being pushed around. What you're witnessing are the actions of an abused boy. He's encapsulated. It's a very, very sad story, and we're going to learn it eventually, sadly. You know, poor Jordan, we wish we could have given you the benefit of the doubt, but for some reason, your name just keeps coming up about being associated with the situation because you can't stop threatening people. You can't stop what's being put upon you in the background, and you're putting and projecting, deflecting, doing all of the things. It's pretty obvious, Jordan. But again, publicly we'll offer you an out. You can throw these motherfuckers under the bus at any moment. We'll walk away from all of this. Imagine everything and just how bad your life is going right now. You could tell the RCMP you want to be in witness relocation program. You want to get the fuck out of Pictou. It'd be your only way you're going. You'd have to leave the bus, of course. No more drum set. You can't play the fucking thing anyway. You just leave everything there. You don't even have to clean up. Not like you did. You can get the hell up on out of here. You could probably move up to Labrador. And they'll stick you out in some sort of remote camp. You can change the battery in some sort of beacon that's giving you cancer. fill up the surveillance balloons.
God honest truth.
Well,
I don't know. Neither does my father, but yet I got more on like you, literally making videos about my fucking place where I live.
was Daniel at your house on Thursday? Was Daniel at your house on Thursday, May 1st? That's the question.
Thank you, Steph Warrior. Thank you, Helicopter Grandma.
Yes or no?
You have no idea, but yet you go and post a fucking video.
Yes or no?
Put fucking change the narrative.
Yes
You
or
have
no?
no idea what was going on.
Yes
It
or
couldn't
no?
have been fucking me visiting someone else. Maybe my dad fucking gave me a truck and I switched fucking vehicles with him because he's a good fucking man. I worked at a lumberman.
You're talking about switching trucks with your old man. Well, isn't that interesting? You and your dad like to switch trucks. You guys have trucks you play with. You guys like to tow things. You like to tow Daniel's little fucking piece of shit Dodge Journey out when he's stuck. I wonder what Danny was doing out there with Malaya in need of a tow. Was it just because he's such a horrible fucking driver, because he's high all the time? He stops paying attention to the road. He's preoccupied and accidents just happen? Like the ones that came post-disappearance? Or were the post-disappearance accidents on purpose? What was he getting rid of out in the middle of the fucking nowhere in a Dodge Journey? It only makes sense that fuckface Danny gave Stupid and his dad a call for a tow. The boys who like to swap trucks, play with their trucks. We know who's got trucks, who's close by. We know, looking back through all that we've gotten to know about the sketchiness and the shadiness of this relationship, it is a valid question. Why exactly do you guys keep fucking dosing Jordan, and why do you keep slapping him around and beating him up? Intrafamilial violence going on in that sense too. Why do you got Jordan making these stupid fucking calls, making themselves look even more suspicious? Because this asshole that never has a point. He never gets to a point. There's no end. He's just looking for somebody to scream. That's the signs of a desperate man, but one who's been pushed to narrative. Go and try to talk to the guy. It's like talking to a parrot. He has his rhetoric. He's unavailable for comment. He's checked out of reality. There's something else driving what it is that's coming out of his mouth. And it has everything to do with why you guys are dosing him and smacking him around. Keep your hands off Jordan. Stop abusing him. Jordan, listen to me, dude. You can pull the fucking plug on these clowns. Get the hell up on out of Dodge for good. Get away from this scum and get on with your life. Be the hero. One way or the other, they're going to get it out of you. Look at who knows now. Look at all of the fucking things that we've come to figure out about the situation objectively. The things that you can't change and you don't want to have an answer for. That's what's making you panic. That's what's going to really make you fucking panic when that's about the time you're going to start to tune out. At some point, something's going to give inside that family. Think about the 1 hour conversation that Wayne McKenzie gave all of the different searchers that particular day. Wayne talked all about how you got stuck, how you wouldn't tell everybody in front of a large group of people. Danny, why don't you want to talk about that at all? What were you doing out there? How premeditated was this situation? Why did you pull Jordan into this? How far does this abuse go being perpetrated upon poor Jack and Lily. And why wouldn't we think it crosses that threshold into sexual as well? Mom didn't care. There's nobody around to protect them. Look at back now and how important timing is with the things that Wade Paris said in his statements about just how poorly those kids were being treated. It brings up so many relevant parallel questions, and it's sketchy as fuck when you start to realize just how not present everybody's parents were through the generations here, including Cindy. No wonder Wade got the fuck out of there. Sayonara. By the time Jack and Lily got missing, you know, it sounds like Cindy wasn't a real factor and influence in Malaya's life. They didn't have a real person, and they were resentful without even knowing why they have that anger in their heart, because they have no direction, because, you know, their poor Mrs. P, Patty, had to raise everybody. And the best that she can do is allow everybody to fucking walk all over her and take advantage of her and do whatever the hell that they want, as long as they weren't dead out in the fucking street. And she got taken advantage of and still gets lied to and fucked with, intimidated on the daily. She's used to it, unfortunately. You don't have to live like that. So it's bizarre to know that Cindy's her mother, and the relationship between them is probably closer to a friendship than anything else, than a person or a person that Malaya can take advantage of, or from Cindy's perspective, a possible relationship to be repaired. But no matter what it wasn't healthy. Cindy, it sounds like, got Malaya out of there that day, which was inevitable anyway. It was happening. Because it was a pattern for months leading up to that point. And the reasons for that only multiplied and compounded the pressure that was already on this particular family. And shit flows downhill. And just like old Danny and Darren beat the shit out of Jordan, Danny takes his aggressions out on the children, on Jack and Lily, because there's nobody around there to stand up for what's right. To stand up for them, to care for them. Malaya's checked out of reality, detached. And it's a hostile environment. It's a hostile environment from Danny and Janie. There was obviously a conversation going on in the background about it. For Wade to be so comfortably, openly talking about it with the person he just met. That's a fantastic portrayal of what little piece of evidence that was. It gave you an understanding about what the real world issues are going on in Jack and Lily's life. And it doesn't paint a very nice picture. And historically, Anita is an extension of that.
And I say worked because I don't fucking work there no more because of you fucking people. Isn't that lovely?
Well, you're avoiding the question. Was Daniel at your house May 1st?
I don't give a fuck. I already fucking told everybody everything. I told the lead investigators. It's you people, you YouTubers and podcasters, fucking Lily and Jack Uncensored with your fucking conclusions and your assumptions.
I'm not in there.
Oh, fuck. anything to cast blame. What are you putting blame on other people for again? For now you losing your job? Well, so what happened? Why don't you tie that together for everybody? You never can do that. It's just nothing but yelling, and then he'll spend the next certain amount of time apologizing and trying to relate to the other person. Oh, yeah, we would be real friends. Yeah, I had to yell at you like that. Well, he's not genuine. He's playing a role. He's playing a character, one that he's being made to play, not because he's doing it selectively. Something is forcing all of this out of him. It has to be because, one, nobody's that fucking stupid. Okay? He needs to cast doubt and blame. Yeah, he's really pissed off at YouTubers. Think about how inversely truthful that is to a person who has something to hide that we are accusing him of or have recognized now. Yeah, if it wasn't for us, the secret wouldn't be out. If it wasn't for you pesky kids and your dog, I would never have been caught. All right? To the criminal mind, to the person doing the act here, it's a real inconvenience. So it's coming from a place of truth, his statement, to a degree.
I'm not in there.
No, I don't give a fuck, but you may as well be, because you're a fucking YouTuber using my name, and you are going to hear about this later down the road. So, prepare legality. I don't get.
This is old. So why don't you tie that together for the world? How exactly are you going to make that happen? Nothing but empty, baseless, useless threats. Just like the fucking echo in your mind, son. Jordan, you're useless as tits on a boar. Okay? Empty threats. If you actually had a threat, you wouldn't have to get yourself worked up if there was an actual issue that you could get them with legally. You're just mad because you feel disrespected by everybody. You don't like people talking about your name. That has nothing to do with the people talking about it. It has everything to do with the individuals in your immediate circle. Fruitcake.
Give a fuck.
I'm not lying
I didn't
about
do fucking
anything.
nothing, and I believe in my soul that Dan didn't, and I believe in my fucking soul that Dad, I was protecting him because he's my father. Wouldn't you do the same for you?
I believe in my soul. Oh, deep down in my heart. Deep down in my soul, I believe.
And yours?
If my dad fabricated things, I would tell him to shut up.
You don't know. You don't know nothing. That's the hilarious thing. You can't even pronounce my name right. It's Jordan David Geddes.
It was Daniel.
Think about how funny that is, how funny Jordan is when he says that. You mispronounced my name. You mispronounce everybody else's name. You can't pronounce fuck all. You couldn't even pronounce cease and desist, asshole. And you get mad because people aren't even pronouncing your name properly? What sort of inbred kind of fucking honky are you, idiot? What a fucking loser. That's really him. That's really Jordan. Dude, are you that simple?
At your house. Was Daniel at your house on Thursday, May 1st?
No, he fucking wasn't. It was Thursday last fucking week. Because he's my fucking friend. I picked him up because he's got nobody that even gives a fuck. You stupid fuckers don't know what you're talking about. You think for 1 second that they let Daniel or fucking the 3 child killers apparently fucking not be in jail right now, you dumb fucker? And I'm sorry about the fucking goddamn anger right now, but you fucking have to literally put yourself in not only my shoes, Daniel's, and maybe even my fucking father's.
Okay,
like,
Jordan.
I don't get it.
Jordan,
and, you get all fucking pissed off and change the narrative with what I say to you, and you're recording me right now. I know you are, and I'm on live with you, aren't I?
The chief's brother. So she feels safe there, and I think she is safe there. Now, you're going pretty hard on Daniel, and I think if you, I've investigated. I had trouble getting in touch with Malaya because she initially she took off, hid, and shut right down. Like I said, she wouldn't talk to her mother. She wouldn't talk to anybody in the family at all. She just shut right up. So I spent most of my first time looking into this. My family called me. They live over in Truro, that side of my family, mostly in Truro. I'm 40 miles east of that. And Lansdowne is 20 miles so 20 miles west of me. 20 minutes west of me. So being a member of the family and then knowing Daniel and knowing his family pretty good, I sort of got caught in the middle of this because my family called me and they know I know the McKenzies. Daniel's name is Martell, but his uncles and most of his family, their names are McKenzie.
Mm-hmm.
And my people in Truro, my family, called me and asked me if I could look into this because for the first 2 weeks I didn't even piece together that these were our kids, that these were in our family. And there was stuff happening around me that I didn't know was connected until after I realized who it was. And then...
Okay, so what do you think happened?
Here's this fucking asshole in such a spot to talk about the case, and all he can talk about is all of these secret things he can't talk about. It's like interviewing a fucking author, and all they do is refer to the book that they're sitting there promoting. He's promoting his stupid pieces of information that he never wants to talk about. What a fucking idiot.
No, I guarantee it was probably my brother's kids, or it was my woman's kids, or something. I don't know. I'm probably bringing heat on me now too, but I want everybody to know that the old man is just trying to do the best he can.
Okay. Well,
and it's more than what they're fucking doing than being negative and accusing.
Yeah.
Of course, Darren, probably. How many times did he have to beat your fucking ass? How many times did he have to smack you in the mouth as you stood out there in your bus all fucking drunken and high? Choking on Danny's fucking man sausages, Johnson, his blue vein throbber. Go.
I mean, it is what it is. This is kind of what the internet is. I don't know if this is your first. I'm sure it is because your family probably hasn't been through nothing like this. And when stuff like this happens, everybody at some point on YouTube gets accused. I'm just, because I've been here doing true crime for 4 years. This ain't the first, case that I've seen family members get drugged into. There was another case just recently, and every family member in the people's family got blamed. I mean, down to they burnt the kid alive at a construction site. That the cousin,
Bonnie Randall, Daniel won't tell anybody who helped him pull his car out or where it happened. And Wayne McKenzie followed up by insisting that he feels that fucking asshole Daniel Martell belongs in jail, in prison. What does that say? Man, what an interesting conversation. I wonder about all of the things that he wants to talk about. Wayne doesn't seem to be the only McKenzie that has a real dislike towards Daniel. It probably is unanimous, I would expect, at the lumber mill where they fucking work. And that's what's causing the stress on old fuckface Jordan. And they blame it because everybody at the mill watches YouTube. They don't fucking listen to these clowns. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying there, Jordan? That's the holy shit, I'm right alarm. Yeah, Uncle Wayne has a very good idea what happened to Jack and Lily. I think it's fairly common that they all have a good idea who's responsible for it in the background, unfortunately.
Cousins did it.
It's nowhere near what the Geddes are. He's nowhere near.
Holy fuck, I didn't even have to promote it. Hey, you hear that, Durwood? Durwood would have talked, he did a whole tour on everybody's panel talking about that piece of information. You got all kinds of pieces of information people want to know. They were Darren Geddes. But you want to be playing with people. That's going to put you in a real situation at some point when people find out enough information to hold against you, and all you've been doing with people is fucking them around, lying to them. You've made yourself a target, a mark. Why? Just because you're a good guy, like you've made Jordan your son, you've beat him into submission and forced him to like get in front of this microphone and say these words. Like it was a hostage situation. That seems to be another pattern on how you guys deal with your issues in the background. Nova Scotia Man Boy Love Association.
Yeah. And so you hadn't seen Daniel right before this, and you've only seen him a couple hours since this happened. And you don't really know Malaya, so I can't really ask you nothing about Malaya. What do you think the kids ran off? Do you believe that the kids?
No, I don't want to get my nose stuck into it too far. I have my opinions, but this is what a smart guy looking from the outside. I'm not smart, really, but this is what a guy that knows a little bit about bullshit. I can't really say my opinion. I have my opinion, but
let me ask you this: Do you believe what your dad is saying? Do you believe what he's saying?
Yep, you're goddamn right. I do, because my dad doesn't step out of character like that too far.
You're goddamn right I do, because he just spent a whole fucking 10 hours beating the shit out of me, punching me in the mouth and the face, all about bruising my bum. I'm not even making a joke about it, guys. This is what's going on in the background. This is the driving factor of what's keeping Jordan tied to all of this. He's being forced to say these things. You're being forced to take the fall for all of those, that stash of weapons too, Jordan. Everybody's weapon is your weapon.
Like, we had hard times. There's hard times. My brother and him got in a hard little moment there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but I guarantee that they're going to have a hard time getting over this.
Yeah, because this ain't going away. I mean,
no, it's not. This is the tip of the iceberg to me.
Yeah, I can let you know now. It definitely ain't going to go away. It's actually going to probably get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, that's what I know for a fact.
You know, that's just being dead honest with you.
No, that's fine. It is. It already is. Like, I'm getting paranoid anyway with people. There's drones flying over the house.
Let's chalk one up to Dolly right there, out of courtesy. Hey, nasty Nathaniel. We have to chalk him up to being right. It's going to get a lot worse for these assholes before it gets better. Think about the timing of his call and how early it was in the situation. So much has happened since then, Jordan. The fucking craziest thing about this whole situation, when you look, even as a newcomer, and recognize that their primary intention and their focus has always been on themselves, and asked the public to stop speculating about their guilt and their culpability in this situation and what happened to these missing children, because they don't want to talk about anything in regards to the situation, the reality of it. Just this stupid fucking story that they made up to tell the RCMP. That's all that they have. And that's all that they're willing to talk about. That's supposed to be their proof.
People taking pictures. There's people stopping in front of my fucking house.
Yeah, I'm sure that's pretty wild and hard to get used to. And your dad ain't even there.
No, he don't live here. He does not live here. He hasn't been here for years.
Yeah, he said
he comes in and out to use the barn, but now he can't even do that.
Well, fuck, that had been a great relationship. You're talking about he hasn't been there in 3 years, asshole. You just told him that they got divorced like 7-8 years ago. So they lived divorced in the house for 4 years together. Something's not up with the math there, son. It just goes to show you just make shit up as he goes anyway. What a fucking freak. Like as if you fucking called Dolly and say this shit in light of Jack and Lily Sullivan missing and think it was going to be a good idea. You have to be some stupid. I refuse to believe Jordan's that fucking stupid. And knowing what we're getting to learn now at this stage of the game, it makes a lot more sense knowing about the violent outbursts that Jordan was influenced by.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, he said it. He told me. He said it was bringing stress on.
Why do you think that that Daniel and Darren have to get to the point of dosing Jordan and beating him up, slapping him around? What would motivate them? What would they have pressing? What would be the issue, I wonder, that set that off? What would be so pressing in their lives?
On him, and that he was going to be quiet for a little while because it was bringing stress on him and stress on his family. People were making threats to him. Now, I believe when your dad's...
I will protect my family.
I believe your dad is a good guy. And he
right there. Oh, the old man will. Dad did a lot of things for a lot of people that are really good.
Yeah, and I believe to him.
Like what? Name a couple. Wow, he just sits. He loves just to fluff up Darren. Just loves to fluff up his daddy. It's almost disturbing. It's disgusting. It's like listening to somebody who's been exposed to extreme abuse for their entire lives. Even somebody who thinks highly of their father has reasons of why they think so highly of him. You just love to run around and preach or advertise just how fantastic of a dude this fucking pedo is. This freak, this fucking douchebag. This booze-nosed clown man. This liar who inserts himself for whatever reason in the middle of a double child homicide. They're missing and you assholes don't want to fucking talk. What would motivate you to put yourself in the middle of such a thing on behalf of the obvious suspects and just to play pretend? There's absolutely no factual basis for any of the things that you assholes claim. Really difficult for people to get behind you when you offer up such filth. Fools. The answer to that's obvious. Jordan recognizes the abuse and he's sick of it. He hates fucking having to cover and he's paranoid. It's affecting him. Dude's so fucking sketched out you could hear it in him. It's that sense of reality reminding him that doesn't go away. The truth doesn't change. It just keeps reminding Jordan about all of the fucked up shit that he's keeping from police. That he's being made to be an accessory. He's been drawn into this. He's got no choice. And maybe Darren's boy love for his own child or vice versa is tying them into it. Or maybe, and probably, there's more to it. It's just a small factor. But whatever it is, it forces Darren to get out the old heavy hands. The weighted boxing gloves and pound the shit out of Jordan after he's all fucked up because he couldn't do it sober probably. He lays down the law for Jordan and Jordan turns around and makes these fucking stupid communications, these threats to people. He picks up and champions his idiot father's lead. He does his bidding because Darren's a fucking freak and he needs some distance.
He's repeating what he's heard. It's just, me, myself, I don't believe everything he's hearing to be truthful, but I believe when your dad says it, that's what they told him. I believe he's a genuinely good guy.
If you told a lie and you tell it, that makes you a liar. You know what I mean?
Well, if you're repeating what somebody said to you, and you don't know if it's a lie, then you're just repeating it. I don't think he's out here purposely lying and making up shit. I believe he really heard these things and he's repeating it. And I believe that some of the people that are saying things, somebody in this ain't being 100% truthful. So that way, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like he's picking a side, and if he's getting the information from that side, I mean, I don't know.
Of course he is. He's a liaison from Danny and Janie. They're in the live chat. You all were right there taking screenshots and talking about it all along the way and championing everything that comes out of Darren Geddes' mouth.
Has anyone typed that name into the old Lily and Jack group? Yeah, that'd be great if somebody could do that. Because there is a very specific reason we are asking, ladies and gentlemen. We have asking for a very specific reason, because there has been a lot of attempts to silence not only Anita, but Brandon as well. And we've been comparing notes, and the origin is the same people, in my opinion. Okay. And some of them have, people, friends, whatever, fake accounts on YouTube, on Facebook. But if anybody can help me figure out who this person is. So apparently nobody has heard that name here, not yet. But we need you guys to help us, please, connect all of the dots, because there is a network full of people, and a lot of them are into drugs. And drugs are the connecting, they are the foundation of these types of networks. Let's say it like that. There are people that these people know who will do anything to get the next hit. You know what I mean? So more and more people are coming to surface, but they're going to run out eventually. Eventually, they're going to run out of people that are able to do their dirty work for them. But I said earlier or yesterday that I believe Darren and Jordan to be watched constantly, not only offline, but digitally as well. I believe that they are the originators of a lot, and they are coming. They want to talk to Brandon, the same thing. Darren wants to talk to Brandon, the same way he wanted to talk to Anita. Why is Darren so eager to immediately jump on every person who wants to openly speak about the case? Why is Jordan so ready to do his little threads over the phone the moment somebody speaks the truth? You see, this is a two-family operation and has been that from the very beginning, meaning Malaya, Team Malaya, Family Malaya, and Family Daniel. Alvin McKenzie was there with Malaya's family. All of them are in it together in the cover-up. But the moment an independent witness comes forward who doesn't fall into either team, you see, that's why they got, what's his name? Brad Wong on Team Malaya. Brad Wong is secured. Brad Wong, he's like a big bull whose nuts got cut off, and now he's a good boy, and he plays along. And I have no idea why. I don't know what's in it for him. Is he using? Is he in love with Malaya? I have no damn idea, and I don't care either. But I said the last time, Brad Wong now cannot be trusted. However, his early statements are reliable. We need the early statements. I tried to talk to him back then. He wouldn't. And then he came here a month ago in my chat, and I got him out of there because he now wants to distract the same way Tint wants to distract. These people are weak. They have an agenda. I don't know why, and I don't care either. But when your language turns from reliable one moment to unreliable the next moment, I take note immediately because I already know your pattern. And if all of a sudden you make a decision to misinform, you use your popularity or your newfound popularity to misinform people, I have a problem with that. And I have to immediately cut the cord because any attempt for sidetracking will not be not be tolerated. Same with Tint. But, you know, again, he did one thing. He recorded Wade, and we got some information through him. After that, no thanks. The drone shot was very nice. But, you know, a lot of people could have done that. So beware. And tell me if anything pops up about Bailey McPherson. There is a reason we're asking. And Anita, how was your day?
It was different. It was okay. It was okay. Busy, different things, different information coming in, different things. It was different. It was sunny here today, cool. This evening I find it cool, but I didn't realize how bad even right now. Oh, I'm getting like the seasonal allergies are just crazy. I need to live on Flonase. Other than that, I had a pretty good day. A lot of information coming.
Yeah, to say the least. And I don't know what we can talk about. I do not want to damage anything. And hello, RCMP. Thank you for watching. I'm reading some comments about how people are coming now out who never. Oh, Chelsea says she's not sure if she ever met the kids. Yeah, right. That's what Bodner's comment right now. Chelsea was asked why. Yeah, I don't even care about these nasty. I don't care about any of them. You know, they have no bit. We are here to figure out what happened to the kids. Whatever they do, I don't care. I don't even know who has them on. I have not, you know, I don't subscribe to these channels. I go on there if there's something
like
important.
What do you think's going on?
But the best thing is not to pay attention.
This is why I'm trying to communicate this stuff on social outlets.
Uh-huh.
That's the big deal. This has been worked up so big because just a couple people made a couple little mistakes at the start of this. There's no murder, there's no abduction, there's no child trafficking, there's no big meth house, there's no.
Such an interesting comment from Durwood early on. A couple of mistakes somebody made early on. That's because we're all here. It's almost like he's a denier that it's even an emergency that Jack and Lily are missing. Pouring it on thick. He's just such a fool. So interesting, the little slips.
Well, where's the kids? That's the main thing. Just where are they?
This is why I just told you I'm sick to my stomach right now because I was just about to meet with Malaya, and there's one piece of information that I needed off Malaya, and she was ready to give it to me. But then her family on the reservation strongly advised her they didn't think it was safe to talk to me. Now, that's a big mistake because believe this or not, she's my family. And I wanted to help Malaya.
Right.
And I wanted to help her because I do know so much about this, and I know what happened. And believe this or not.
Well, but if you know what happened, why are you not telling RCMP?
And this is another thing. Every time I talk on here, people say, "Oh, he's got to tell the cops." Got to tell the cops. I told the cops. They're not acting on what I told them at all. And the last couple of pieces, the last important piece of information I got.
So right away, Durwood is placing himself as a central figure, a key component into whatever is going on. He knows he can protect the information. He's placing himself in a position to have more information than the RCMP do in this situation. He's doing that on purpose. Now apply the things that you've come to learn about the scenario in what was really going on back at that time that he was speaking about this.
I refuse to tell them, and I'll tell you why. What I need Malaya for now is I know that Malaya took the kids to the side of the road, and I know she transferred the kids into a vehicle, and this was early in the morning, and I know the vehicle took the kids out of there, the two kids. Now, I believe Malaya's intention then, Daniel was asleep, and I believe Malaya's intention then was to go in and get the baby and take the baby and then take off too. Malaya wanted out of there. She wanted out of there for at least a few weeks before the disappearance. And so what she did, she made a mistake doing it that way. But you've got to know Malaya. Malaya's a very mild-mannered person. She's not, there's no aggression in it.
How do you know all about Malaya? I thought you don't know anything about Malaya, but yet you're here describing the type of person that she is, you fucking drunken booze-nosed bitch.
Jordan, what happened to Jack and Lily? What do you think happened?
It's none of my business.
Do you believe?
I can't put input on it because I don't know, you fucking assholes. That's what I've been saying for 5 fucking months, man.
Do you agree?
It's 5 fucking months I've been fucking hearing about this shit, man.
Do you agree?
You want to hear what I think about it?
Yeah.
You know what I think happened to Jack and Lily?
Yes.
I don't know, Mike. You tell me, because you know about just as much as I fucking do about it, buddy.
Is your father correct? Do you agree with what your father says?
Can you believe that this idiot, that's such a beautiful statement, Jordan. It's none of our business what happened to Jack and Lily. It's none of the public's business. Did you put that as a footnote when you called 911? It's everybody's business. Jack and Lily and their whereabouts and what happened to them is relevant to each and every Canadian and beyond. Every human being on the planet. And you, Jordan, one of these things ain't quite like the other. You're standing out saying that it's none of anybody's business. Isn't that just telling? Danielle says that's a frightening statement. And he leaks these things in his rages. You know, you can start to understand what's driving his rage in the background when that stupid booze-nosed son of a bitch is putting hands on him after getting him drunk and probably buddy trolling him in real life. Manipulating the fuck out of you. It's the type of anxiety that builds up from all of the abuse that your daddy Darren Geddes put on you, Jordan.
They have been taken to a reservation.
I don't have to agree with nothing because I don't know. Why would I agree with something that I don't know?
Well,
it's my father, but I'm going to fucking protect him, and I'll stand up for my dad any day of the fucking week.
Okay.
Isn't that what a son does for a father? Isn't that what a father does for a fucking son, man?
Right, but...
Right? So why the fuck should I answer a question that I don't know about?
That statement right there, that's the words that Darren says when he throws hands, when he fucking connects with his son Jordan's skull and his many punishments that he's put on him. That's the words of Darren, not Jordan's true emotions. That's not Jordan's true feelings. That's him reciting what's been driven into him by all of the physical assaults by way of his family and Daniel. You got Daniel putting hands on Jordan now. Jordan, you're weak and you've got nobody in your life to support you. Again. Just like Jack and Lily.
Because that's the stupidest fucking thing a guy could do. Because but I'm literally telling you the truth, Mike. I don't fucking know, man. Jordan. If I fucking knew right now, I'd kick the door down. I'd get my father and Dan. We'd go in there and get those fucking kids back, brother. Do you understand what I'm fucking saying?
So your dad has not been telling the truth. That's what I'm getting at.
It doesn't matter. He's got assumptions, and he went dug in deep. I don't know. Listen, I fucking tried to stay out of this for fucking months. 5 fucking months.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to say. You're just going to take my words and twist it. I don't fucking know, buddy. And now you're going to be like this. Oh, he's avoiding the truth. He's avoiding questions. Analyze this right now, Mike. I don't fucking know, man.
Okay, got it.
I don't know. If I did, I'd get the little fucking kids back.
And
there's 2 people that I'd call. It would be Dan and it would be my fucking father, because they're the only 2 that really fucking I can rely on.
All right.
Do you understand what I'm saying, dude?
Okay.
And then I got you fucking people literally taking pictures of my property, stopping in front of my fucking house because of a narrative that you, Scott Chrisknapp, and all these other fucking dinks think they're analysts. You can't analyze a fucking toilet seat, dude.
I analyzed the neighbor or the person that gave me the information.
What neighbor? Okay, what neighbor? You give me information now. What neighbor? What address? Of who? Of where? And when? And how? How did you analyze someone when you're fucking in Europe right now? What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't want to tell me if Daniel was there on Thursday morning and you expect
he
for me...
He was not here, fuck, buddy. I have messages on my phone.
How about Saturday?
I sent me a message.
Did you
I fucking told him, I love your brother. I do not believe that you would ever do these to these kids. Don't listen to these fucking people.
Yeah, but...
And then I'll go 4 weeks, 5 weeks went by. And then he stopped in my fucking yard.
But first you said...
I gave him a fucking hug, and we fucking pretty well...
So there he's highlighted the issue. What's really pressing him right now is the fact that he's tied to this story that he gave to the RCMP, and he's desperate for people to be persuaded into his way of thinking in that moment, panicking, sheer paranoia dripping right off of him at all times. He's sweating it out. But he told us right there. That's what's tying you to all of this, is what you told the RCMP, but the reality of the situation is oh so different. And there's so many eyewitnesses around that specifically are contrary to this specific part of the case related to Jack and Lily, that it's impossible for the RCMP to just ignore them at any point in time at this point. And I do take note at the most recent raid where they got a good chunk of Jordan's stash, his weapons that he's got around the bus in the house. They like to go around now and brag that they didn't get all of the guns, allegedly. It's to be expected. It didn't matter because Jordan's not man enough to fucking use them anyway. This little bitch is getting slapped by everybody in his life. That's what's pressing on him. That's why he's off sick. That's why his world's falling apart around him, because of his excess use of the math. That's what's got him living in that fucking bus, skinny as hell, looking like shit, not being able to keep a note, not being able to keep a beat, pretending, posing, running around, yelling, wanting information to give to his dad to make it look like he's doing something to help cover up the situation that him and Daniel Martell find themselves in, and Janie, and Malaya. Pretending, posing like they've got all kinds of information that they're not even going to share with the RCMP. Well, of course you wouldn't, because you're the fucking suspects responsible for it. Again, it's all coming from a place of immediate experiential memory with them. Right. You assholes have the things to hide. We see that.
Ride together. My father popped in, and then my dad made podcasts. That's the fucking God honest truth. And that's the goddamn snowball effect that's been happening now.
So understand that
what cost me my fucking job, cost me stress, cost me fucking a lot. For what? Because I was fucking literally trying to be a good son and a good fucking friend?
Jordan.
None of you people would ever say this to my fucking face. And I mark my words, you never would. Because I won't even allow you to even talk to me. Like, you're lucky you're talking to me right now, man.
What continues to bleed through Jordan's statements is this inferred, if you really knew what was going on, you would understand and realize that I'm being a good person to those in my immediate family, but you need to be kept being reminded about how much you don't know, and I know so much more you don't know. Shouldn't this asshole be in the complete darkness? He needs people to desperately believe that something that they did is bringing harm to him. Just gaslight special, nonstop. He's just not even very good at it. People that have issues and real problems don't have a problem bringing them up, Jordan. You seem to have a problem articulating, considering all of the shit, the verbal diarrhea that comes out of this guy's mouth. The point never appears. Just like it's a trait they share within that Geddes family.
In Malaya. She's a very peaceful,
Yeah,
mild-mannered person.
she doesn't seem like an aggressive person. She seems like a non-confrontational person.
Very non-confrontational, does not believe in, like, for kids, she does not believe in any kind of corporal punishment. Like, she does not believe in a slap on the butt or even a slap on the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Now Daniel is more old school like myself, and I do believe in I do believe in a slap on the arse once in a while for a kid that's, but I mean, that's about it.
But
and
why would she take the kids
That's about it.
And do this and create this big of a stir?
Because number one, she wanted out of there. The relationship was not going so great for a few reasons.
I've heard that.
The relationship, now financially, Daniel was doing his part, even though you see all these people on here screaming about Daniel working 1 day a week. Well, that's bullshit, because the mill he works at is just up the road from where I did live. I just moved not too long ago. It's only a half a mile up the road from where I live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the place where Jordan takes all the pellets from.
And just on a sec, what I'm going here.
Sick leave.
The reason
In the place, the junkyard, the dump, where Daniel took that Dodge Journey is in between the mill and where Darren is talking. Isn't it, Darren?
I'd say it's probably quite the way that I'm coming across right now. Agitated. That's the way that the old man is, right? We get frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, that's anybody. That's going to be anybody.
My voice that I'm probably aggressive, doesn't it, a little bit? But no, the old man is.
Thank you very much, Don. I appreciate that.
And everybody that is calling them names and threatening us and taking pictures of us and drones going over.
Yeah, that should definitely not be happening. That for sure should not be happening.
I would like them to put themselves in Daniel's shoes and my shoes, and even every side of the family, both sides of the family, because it's not right.
Well, yeah, I think
I should sleep.
You know what I think a lot of people are having a hard time with, and this is just my opinion, is that Malaya is not coming out speaking to the media.
She kind of. All I see was a Snapchat of her at the goddamn beach, brother.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
So that sounds fucked up. I'm trying to keep my nose out of it, but today I couldn't go to work because my nerves were shot.
Yeah, and I think.
What a fucking pussy. What a fucking pussy. What's going on in your real life? You couldn't go to work today. Your nerves are shot because all of the fucking McKenzies are in there. They're already talking all about it. You're the talk of the sawmill, boy. all of Janie's brothers are in there and they fucking hate Daniel already. He can't go back. He's got to be off on permanent leave. Things are a little quiet in the lunchroom. People seem to be treating him a little bit different. Probably because of the things that you assholes up on YouTube are talking about. Hopefully. A big salute to all of the real workers over there at Savoy Lumber Mill in Westville, Nova Scotia, by the way. just a little bit south of where Jordan is fucking contemplating his own demise in front of that ugly fucking Darren made pond in the backyard. His school bus, his oasis. Used to be his oasis. Wonder when Danny's going to stop by next. Come on by, enjoy some fishing. Do a little topwater bass fishing. In the nude, naked, get all fucked up. Maybe Daniel can smack you around a little bit. Teach you a new move, a new armbar. Hey, you want to try out this new move I saw on WWE the other day? It's called the Cleveland Steamer.
As a good man, he tried as much as he could, as he can, and he will continue. I know he will, because that's the way a man is.
It's kind of hard to get past that picture you just mentioned, and I think it's hard for a lot of people out here to get past that picture because a lot of people feel like, you know, I know you probably don't even want to touch in on this, but a lot of people feel like she should be out looking for that child, or at least doing media and saying, "Hey, I want my child home."
Your GD right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and I know Daniel for a fact is still doing everything that he can. I know that because that's the way he was, man. There's stories that I could tell you, but those are for a personal time. That about him and I when we were kids and not kids, high school and like.
Let me ask you
their first
this.
kiss.
Is Daniel a real protective guy?
Anyone, just like the old man would.
Yeah, that's what I.
Those two snuck into prom together.
Because sometimes, listen, I don't want to say nothing bad about your friend, but I'm going to. I think he's protecting Malaya. I just truly feel like he loves Malaya, and he's protecting her. Do you?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
You will. Well, you know the guy better than I know him, but I just kind of get that vibe from him that he really loves and cares about Malaya and that he would protect her. But like, listen, I've been wrong before.
That's such a wrong thing to say to a person like Jordan, who's obviously got so much man love towards Daniel. It's what ends up happening after he gets his ass kicked by him every time he stops by. It escalates. Just like Danny likes. He's got to take out these grape fantasies on somebody in his life. Absolutely disturbing. And of all the things for Dolly to say to Jordan, it was just making him even more irate. I love my man Daniel. Who's your daddy? Call me daddy.
From what I understand,
Daniel comes over for the odd time and just dominates the fuck out of Jordan down in the school bus.
A few times I talked to him here recently.
Not
recently, in the last 6 weeks or whatever it was. He gave up on her. Why wouldn't he?
I mean, she kind of left him to get ran over by the bus. You know,
what would you do? What would you do if you were in love with a woman? You know what I mean? And then
it's hard. That's what I'm saying. It's one of those hard things.
But I know for a fact, like it's just not. He gave up on her. He's doing everything he friggin' can, and my father's trying to do everything he can. And there's repercussions. There's collateral damage now, just like me. Do you think that I want to be on this fucking podcast right now talking? No, I don't. I'm a quiet guy.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'm glad you called in and tried to clear some of this stuff up, especially if there's being threats made towards you. Because listen, people, because I know this is going to be replayed. If you out here threatening this family, you guys are idiots, right? That they're idiots to do something like that. Listen, we don't know what happened, right? Right now, people are suspects, and you're innocent to proven guilty anyway. Right, so
you know what I mean? It's a fucking asshole. You and me is what assumptions do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Assumptions, they go nowhere. That's like stress that you can't even deal with until a goddamn week later. You're just wearing yourself to death.
Whoever that is in my chat, if it is you, Danny or Jordan, anytime, especially when I come down, I would be enthralled to get together with you, you little bitch. You cowardly fucking pedos. I'll be the first one in line. That's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm not hiding. My face is all over. Everybody knows my name. In fact, this is exactly what I do. We've got pedos in our chat. Pedo alert. Jordan Durwood sock accounts. Well, Trail hiker, keep on top of that. Feel free to ban. Absolute pussy move, coward moves. We're not here because you guys are stand-up individuals. You understand me, you little pussies? In case you haven't noticed the pattern around here, we expose motherfuckers like you almost nonstop on the daily.
Yeah.
It's just not fair that I'm fucking chasing people away from this fucking house.
Yeah, people should not be near your property or invading your space. None of that stuff. That's the work of law enforcement. And like you said, RCMP came up there today. If they need anything, they'll come up to your house. So why strangers would be invading your space?
They already talked about.
The only thing keeping you from me, motherfucker, is your allowance money. You can't afford the gas to get to me, but I'll be awaiting you. I invite you here. I hope to make that sort of content. Oh, that's just fantastic. Come, please. I itch for it. See, Jordan, some of us really are crazy, but in the right ways. You're a poser, bitch.
My old man already went to the RCMP many times.
Yeah.
He has.
And it goes without saying how easily fucking anybody would slap around your stupid fucking booze-nosed drunk old fucking man who likes kids but only in the clean way. I can't wait to fucking tattoo that right across the side of his face after I write it on my hand.
His opinion about them and whatnot, and maybe I do too a little bit, but there's things that aren't
I'll fucking
right
live stream that.
And maybe I do too a little bit, but there's things that aren't right that has happened, but that's neither here or there right now. It's about Lily and Jack, and my dad is got himself talking about in the middle of it, and he has his fucking goddamn little clues, and Daniel's a good man, and like there's clues that have happened that no one would have known about without my old man.
I'm so fucking far in your heads, it's not even funny. You need to come in here and put shit like that in my chat. I don't follow you around. You're the subject matter, motherfucker. There's nothing you can do about it. It's due to your actions, not mine. I'm not the one doing the wrong thing. In fact, I'm making money doing it too, which makes it that much sweeter, that much more worthwhile. The truth is always in vogue, is always popular with the people, friends. And when you talk about the truth around these son of a bitches, it's a pleasure. How fast could I fuck you up, Jordan?
So can't people see for a second that he is trying?
Yeah. I mean, when nothing was coming out from the RCMP, your dad was the only person giving any kind of information in it. So, So hopefully everything calms down on your family and y'all can get past this, But I'm just telling you now, it's the calm before the storm.
I'll say that right now. And God bless Lily and Jack and Daniel and Malaya and everyone. God bless the people that are talking shit, because fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair for someone. It's not fair at all. That's all I gotta say. And
okay, Jordan.
That goes without saying. There's something wrong in that family, especially Trail Hiker. Absolutely, Kent's a PDF file too. It screams all over global news. You can tell that a mile away. He's so concerned over what a bunch of children have to, what the random children are going to think in the community. He's so concerned over them, just like he is when they're trying to get their candy and snacks at the stand at the water park in the summers as he's peering around the corner, taking little pictures for some CSA on his phone, some CSAM. We smell a pedo a mile away. That's exactly what he has. Old lobster claw.
Closing the conversation down right now, but friggin'.
Well, I mean, no, I can understand where you're at. If somebody was attacking my family, I would be a little upset about it too. And
more than upset, brother. You're from Virginia.
I don't want you to think I'm attacking your dad. I just disagree with your dad.
No, I understand.
When I talk to your dad seems like a good guy to me. And he sounds like he's repeating what he's heard. and I don't take him as a bad person. So I just
started he could do with it. In my mind, is what he could. He brought things to the light, and he revamped the investigation.
Yeah.
I don't know. Other than that, I try to kind of keep my nose out of it.
Truly, I hope what your dad is saying is legit, because that means the kids are alive and well somewhere. And I hope that is the case.
The truth will come to light.
I hope so. I hope so. Well, Jordan, it was good talking to you, brother. If you need anything, you got the call-in number. You're welcome to call anytime. I
appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. Okay.
All right, man. You be good.
Yeah, take care.
All right, peace. Now, I get what Jordan's saying.
Jordan, what your father did, in my opinion, is highly deceptive.
I understand what my father did. He doesn't understand the ferociousness of the internet, but he's trying to help these two fucking kids. Is what you fucking people don't understand.
Well, he tries to help Daniel. And I don't
How is he trying to help Daniel and he fucking...
Jordan, show us on the doll where your daddy fucking hit you. Jordan, show us on the doll where your daddy and Daniel touch you to make you say these things. Your daddy's just trying to help the kids too? Just like he helped you?
Didn't even know Daniel.
Did you see Daniel on Saturday, May 3rd? Did you go together for pizza?
No. Fucking, I don't know. No. May 3rd? That's a fucking joke. No.
Okay. Were you at the pipeline?
It's a fucking joke. Where'd you get this information off? Because I want to know.
I'm clearing it up. I haven't published this information, but this is what some channels...
Yeah, but you get to fucking call me Daddy fucking Durwood, Jordan, Stu, all this bullshit. Then you got your fucking subscribers and your fucking fans trashing the fuck out of me and my family and my own.
Dude, you had some meltdowns. Listen, man, people send these to me, and I share them.
I don't need to calm down about nothing. I don't give a fuck. I'm not the one exploiting two kids. Neither is my father, and neither is Daniel.
Yes, your father is. Your father is making a mockery of this. Your father is making a mockery of it. That's what we have a problem with.
You're making a mockery of it. No. My father already talked to so many investigators, talked to the lead investigators. He talked to lawyers about this shit. You don't think that my dad's been scrutinized over this shit, man? You don't think that my fucking family...
Talk to the lead investigators. Holy fuck, you talk to the SWAT team. You talk to the business side of an AK. It's not going to the last time you're going to see that.
My father is not going through fucking tenfold struggles. Why would someone put themselves on the line like that? Other than anything good, unless you're a fucking YouTuber or a podcaster, changing the narrative and the context of the situation.
You know what?
You got to hear me out here, right? Now, come on. How many do you make any money off this bullshit?
What does it matter what anybody is doing? Did you get a job
cost off this? Did you lose your job? Did you?
That's so ridiculous. That's so funny. Everything in douchebag Jordan's life is the result of other people's actions. He's just such a victim of circumstance, like the Three Stooges, like every episode of the Three Stooges all wrapped into one. You take no accountability for your own decisions in your own life, and whatever that's happening that you're so upset about, you never quite get at, that you never name, has got you so bothered, but somehow it's just everybody else's doing and fault. That's a little suspect, son. How long did you think that was going to stick?
Did you lose a fucking woman that you loved, that you were dating for fucking 7-8 years? Because of this.
Jeez, I wonder why she left. I couldn't think of anything. You seemed like such a charming guy. Seemed like such an easygoing dude. Let's list all of the fucking possible reasons. What a great question on Family Feud. Survey says, what's the number one answer people chose of the reason your old lady fucking left you, bitch? And how is that everybody else's fault? You need to feel sorry for me because my fucking old lady left me with her kids. She up and bailed out of her life because she found out about all the substances, all of my blowjobs. She found out about my fantastic blowjobs that I was charging people on the internet for. My lover, Danny. She's found out about me. She found the pictures. She left. Well, why don't you treat her a little better? Maybe it was time.
Shit.
Why
did you, or are you making money off your subscribers over this bullshit analyst?
Your father is the one. Your father injected him.
Like, hey, asshole, how long can you have that woman living in your mom's house? She probably left because you wouldn't fucking get a raise down there at the mill. Maybe you needed to walk to work instead. You know, maybe you need to cut some costs, keep her around a little bit. She didn't stick around for the cooking. She wasn't down with the bus. She got sick of listening to you get your ass kicked by your dad all fucking day.
Himself into this case.
Can't blame my old man for this,
and he is misleading people on purpose.
You went on your own fucking inclination to make these retarded fucking
your
videos.
Father,
and you are going to get legality.
Your father brought this on himself.
The end of this.
Your father brought that on himself. Thank him, Jordan. Thank your daddy.
Matter, so
Thank
why the fuck are you posting anything other than fucking the truth?
Because
you're trying to figure the truth out, but you get to fucking call people names where they can't even defend themselves, and when they do,
I don't do that.
They get trashed all too You fucking do. You fucking I'm trying not to insult you now, dude. You literally, and all the fucking ones, Scott Persnap of Balance, Callie fucking Gibson, this Theresa Wing, fuck, who else is it? That fucking, you guys are literally, don't give a fuck. You make these videos, you make these fucking posts, then you just go and sit back down. And then you get to watch fucking TV and eat your suppers, which you fucking get to do. And then you go and do it again the next day. And then you go and fucking post videos again of me screaming on the fucking phone with a song in the background. Do you understand why I'm fucking screaming in the background? Why I'm losing my fucking mind?
You didn't start it. Your dad did. But seriously, man.
It doesn't matter, buddy. It doesn't matter. You have nothing to do with anything with this. So what are you in this situation compared to my father then? Tell me that.
You can't even pronounce my name properly.
Your father is lying. Your
Dad
father
is fucking
is lying.
more than you in this situation tenfold.
No, he's lying. He's leading. Listen, Jordan.
No,
You know that your father is making things up. You know he's making things up.
He ain't making nothing up. I don't know if he is or not, but what he's fucking trying to do, if he's making things up, Mike the Man, whatever the fuck your name is, then what are you doing? You're making things up.
No, I'm showing people what he's really saying.
You fucking analyze. I wouldn't let you analyze my fucking toilet seat. You know that?
All right.
Swear to God, man. Like you're miserable. You guys blow my mind. You just want to keep pushing for the subscribers and fucking with people. You think for one moment that the RCMP wouldn't have came and fucking arrested my father for...
Well, not a difficult person to convince of pretty much anything. You just can't stop pushing for those subscribers. He knows the fucking game, man. He's got it right down. He knows what the reason why people are out here talking about him. It has everything to do with subscribers and clicks and views. It doesn't work when you're in your position, Jordan. You can only say that if you're an actual other creator or something like that.
For making things up. Or fucking Jordan Geddes. Or fucking goddamn Daniel Martell. You don't think for 1 second that we'd be walking around here right now without fucking being in jail? Because if you do, Mike, you're fucked in the head. In which you probably fucking are anyway, because I can tell by your fucking voice.
Great.
Call me fucking everything under the fucking sun.
Your dad knew better when your dad talked to law enforcement. He knew better. He didn't say the same things. He didn't.
Have you ever even jumped in a vehicle and went looking, trying to decide, trying to ask questions other than jumping on your fucking internet?
You don't know what I'm doing, dude. You don't know the people I'm in touch with. The people.
You're lying now. I know that. You fucking goof. Fuck.
All right, dude.
Sorry.
We are here to figure out what happened to the kids. Whatever they do, I don't care. I don't even know who has them on. I don't subscribe to these channels. I go on there if there's something important. But the best thing is not to
Mike, I
pay
want to
attention to
speak on
anything.
that. Sorry.
Do that.
Chelsea is involved because it's her mother, so she has biased opinions. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say something the public isn't going to like, but I guess that's why I'm here. Belinda has some information because she was on the property and saw it, but Belinda was not on the property when the children went missing. So
Mm-hmm.
she has said what she said. After that, she's irrelevant. And Belinda has made it public who she is. And just the simple fact that she is connected to a death threat that was sent to me has told me who she is. It's that simple for me. Very simple.
Right. So I don't know how else to do this again, but encourage you guys to focus on what's important. She's irrelevant. Belinda's absolutely irrelevant. Especially Charles, she's even less relevant. So I don't even understand what's the fascination with what these people are doing, because, you know, all of this is only sidetracking. I'm from Finland and watch you all.
Maybe because, Mike, we don't know the relationship between Belinda and her daughter. So maybe she feels like she has to stand up for her mother, whether she's right or wrong. And I'm not sure the history of those two. And as far as I know, Malaya and Belinda's history, I don't know. But Belinda's going to protect her son, like Janie does. And Chelsea's going to protect her mother.
Right. Makes sense. It makes sense, people. But you see, we want, okay, anybody with about Bailey, McPherson, anybody? Yeah, the group is now called Good Vibrations, because the moment that, what's her name? Cheryl sent out the cease and desist, the guy who runs that group, he got scared. And he said, oh no. So he changed the name of the group. He got really, he was actually gonna delete it, but didn't know how. That's actually what he wrote in one of his posts. So yeah, you know, that's why Cheryl does what she does, because there's always going to be dumbasses who fall for it.
Hold on, somebody's messaging me, and it's unusual, so I'm gonna go see why. Hold on, please.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Maroon Honda Civic Associated.
Was my youngest son worked at the same mill with him. And like I say, they were only half a mile up the road. So they got to be pretty good friends, and they'd stop, of course, at the house. And my son's got an old camper and that down back that he sort of hangs out in by the water, and you know, he enjoys it back there. So where did I shut this phone off? So anyway, that's how I got to know Daniel, by his association with my son.
He's got a place out there by the water. He's living in that fucking school bus by the pond. Darren probably dug her down and hit a spring, let it fill in itself. It's polluted all the fuck. Probably should be drained, considering all of the activity associated to the Jack and Lily Sullivan case occurred immediately to its south. There's so much around there associated to Jack and Lily, including the crushed Dodge that fuckface Danny was stuck in. Ask somebody he doesn't want to mention to family who think that he should be in prison regardless over where and who pulled him out. Why wouldn't we think that it's Danny or Darren and his son and or Jordan?
Now Daniel, when anytime Daniel was around, and Daniel's another one. Daniel is not a good person at all. He's not. He's a soft-spoken young man. He's not aggressive. He's very respectful. I liked it. I always did. And I realized, I just had to shut that phone off. People are calling like crazy. I realize, and I don't know if you do or not, but a lot of people, I'm an older guy, and I've been through the mill a little bit with marriage and all that stuff and relationships. And no permanent relationship ever goes perfectly.
No, there's no.
How can you not consider this idiot intentionally taking up airspace and going absolutely nowhere, talking about absolutely nothing on purpose? You know, there's a reason that this communication was going on in this, we'll call it an interview, this conversation between Justin and Darren Geddes was going on, and he just can't seem to get to the point. The only thing, the best that he can do is get some sort of pleasure out of bragging about all of the information that he has that he won't give to the RCMP, that he's privy to, the information he can't talk about that he's seeking out, always putting himself in a place of knowledge over everybody else. Well, that's just an impossibility that he's introducing. And it's a real tell, Durwood. You are so fucking stupid, which tells me that you needed to take that fucking risk. You had to risk looking as stupid as you do in order to convince your most immediate family. You don't need everybody getting carried away and accusing and associating you. You've got to seal and sell this fucking bullshit story, especially to all of the McKenzies in the immediate area, because you've tromped all over their fucking place with all kinds of evidence. The same sort of bullshit behavior that you were using them, and the reason why they hated you to begin with. Specifically, Danny. All of that activity, this fucknut and his son are associated in. They're already partners on the underground, regardless of how they want you to believe that they met. It's just a good reminder of how easy it is for these fucking idiots to lie. Do you hear that, Jordan? Let me repeat it. Fucking idiots.
Such thing as a perfect relationship, but
that's exactly right.
But why?
And then when you add a few things,
but why?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Why do this? Why create this big stir? Like after the RCMP arrived, why didn't she say, "Hey, I just need to get away from Daniel. I don't know how to do it. The kids are here."
You just hit it right on the button. She wanted to get away from Daniel. She didn't know how to do it. And where I was going with
so fucking stupid. It just fits into deception detection and statement analysis so perfectly when the cause for this, in the way that they talk about the scenario, all of them, is in a way that buys them time and really allows you to answer your own questions as you move the conversation on. Brutal.
With what I was just saying to you, is there are
you're helping fabricate the narrative for them.
There, and Malaya being so mild-mannered, I believe she. Well, I don't have to believe.
Abuse from who?
I know she was. Pardon?
Abuse from who?
Well, what do you classify a slap on the arse as abuse? That's the whole question.
Well, it. So in America, we are allowed, in most states, I think in all states actually, we're allowed to spank with the hand. And that's it. I think it's wrong. I don't think it teaches kids anything, but there are some people that are fine with it.
You just stated my case for me. You're a person that thinks it's wrong, and there's many people, but yet you just said it's legal in parts of the states, and many people think it's right. So it's a difference of opinion, right? You just stated this better than I probably would. So Malaya and Daniel.
Darren Geddes taking the deep argument that physical abuse is subjective.
Had those two different forms of opinion on it. Exactly what the two of you stated. Okay? Now, the two kids are not Daniels that are missing now.
Correct.
They were Sullivans.
Right.
And Malaya had a terrible time with Sullivan. He was very abusive. And I think Malaya was still, like, I don't know whether you believe in PTSD, but I think she
There's old Darren mentioning Cody Sullivan was extremely abusive. What were his reasons? What made him so abusive, I wonder? He knows so much about this previous relationship. It's interesting the tenses that he jumps in and out of and how much he wants you to know and believe, and he just always presents of just being so knowledgeable and deep insight into everybody. Fucking liar. But you slip. You're bullshitting, Darren. But you still slip. It's the words. It's what you don't tell us. It's what you're not saying. We're going to find out exactly why you're associated to this Jack and Lily case, Darren and Jordan. We're going to get to the bottom of why Daniel thinks it's okay to get the hell over there, stop by and get Jordan all fucked up and slap him around just like his old man. You think I'm sitting up here making that up? No, that's a pattern of behavior that's been witnessed over the period of this past year and some that Jack and Lily have been reported missing. I want to know that information.
Had quite a bit of it from her previous relationship. And whenever Daniel has a temper, but all he ever does when he has a temper is raise his voice. And that terrified Malaya. You know, whenever they'd have a disagreement, if Daniel raised his voice, it terrified
her. Kind of brought those feelings back from her old relationship.
That's right. So what was going on, that was going on, but they had a good relationship. They were getting along.
What Darren's getting at is the vicious cycle and really how to make yourself or the subject of your abuse into a human slave, essentially. You abuse people into submission, essentially. And they're more malleable, they're more agreeable because you've trained them to be such. He's speaking from a sense of really the key to it all that keeps that cycle going, and that PTSD. Danny, old Darren's describing a little insight into that process with such detail. He knows exactly what it is. That's the cycle Jordan's under in this situation. Why do you think he lives with his mom? Because of Mike? Why do you think his woman left him? Why do you think he's lost all that weight? Why do you think he's living out behind his mom's in the bus in front of that fucking lake? Why is Darren painting it as an oasis? Oh, we've got a little place by the lake down there. It's a fucking polluted old pond with bodies buried in it.
Very well for a long time. The kids were well looked after. I mean, I know it's just an old trailer.
The kids were well looked after. Oh yeah, you could get that as soon as you drove in. It's just such a homely place. It's just such a beautiful spot to raise a family. You know what my favorite part of it is? Is the fucking slide that's at an 82-degree angle for the kids to break their neck down should they ever drive up the courage or be forced down. How about the hamster cages? How about all of the rusty, broken down shit in the front yard? What about the dirty, stained, saturated mattress in the back? What about that gorgeous fucking RV that you forced Janie, your mom, to live in just so that she can have some sort of sense of solitude to get away from your fucking craziness that you've brought into the family's life, dude?
But You know, whenever they'd have a disagreement, if Daniel raised his voice, it terrified.
Kind of brought those feelings back from our old relationship.
That's right. So what was going on, that was going on, but they had a good relationship. They were getting along very well for a long time. The kids were well looked after. I mean, I know it's just an old trailer, but you've got to understand something else too, that a lot of people live like that down here because the economy's bad.
So now you're acknowledging how nasty and shitty the fucking place is. No. The place was a fucking disaster. You don't need to equate poverty with living in a mess in a place not suitable for children. You're trying to normalize that here. Anybody with a brain, it's all over the news how nasty and fucked up that place was when the cops showed up. And you guys cleaned up.
And everybody says about Malaya should have had money for the kids. Well, she had some financial difficulties, and a lot of her money was frozen for quite a while. So, and like I said about working the 1 day a week, these mills down here, they close down in the spring and the fall for road closures, cross road closures, and then for the rest of the year. Now that mill usually 6 months is a small year, and it usually runs at least 9 months a year full time. So they always get their.
So how long have we actually sat here listening to this fucking idiot Darren ramble on and tell you absolutely nothing but just how important he is to the situation?
You finished?
No. Don't. I'm not defending nobody. I'm defending fucking what I fucking believe in right now. And I just told you what I believed in, but for some reason, you're going to take this and change the fucking narrative too. And anybody else that calls me a fucking fentanyl addict or a meth head or a fucking all this bullshit, how the fuck am I driving around in an Equinox, a fucking $800 fucking vehicle, just trying to make it every day through my fucking life? Like, you fucking guys are fucked in the.
Yeah, that's why you're driving around in that fucking Equinox, because you're putting it up your nose. You're smoking that Cristal. You're losing all that weight, boy. Everybody's noticing it. That's why you're acting so erratically.
Fucking head. And it's unbelievable, Mike. You wouldn't believe what you're fucking doing. You can't believe it because you're fucking making money off it, you fucking retard.
I tell you what, when I started out, listen, I don't
So
need
take every cent that you made off this and every other case that you're doing just like this, go fucking put it into a fucking goddamn GoFundMe page or something for Lily and Jack. How's that sound?
It sounds so virtuous there, J to the ROC. Danielle, you know what's sad, AB? So many people believe that F for so long, too. Well, it's just the nature of these things. Try not to hold it against them, but that's why that makes these sort of channels so important. The information. The real information. You don't have to worry about it because it's only as useful until it gets discredited. And that's been a pattern that's been arising every step of the way. Their lies are only as useful in the moment. And because it's through the eyes of YouTube, it usually happens in a live stream or the like. So much gets lost. The meaning of it all gets lost. That's intentional. Now, that's a pattern we've come to get used to. That's all we talk about. There's nothing believable about their stories, sadly. That should tell you just to the degree of depravity of what happened to poor Jack and Lily. These poor children truly didn't have anybody, including in their extended family, that really cared about them enough to protect them. Especially now that they're all colluding to cover up because of how much the sympathy and potential profits to their own lives. These poor children weren't in anybody's lives for any amount of time because they're continually being isolated and shoved into the back room and out of the way so mommy and her fucking man could get it on and get high. Belinda, these children were 2 and 4, barely in the picture. In certain individuals' lives in this case, long enough. They disappeared from reality because everybody around them devalued them. Their lives were sabotaged with no plan put in place. And we're not privy to what happened, or we kind of are. Over what happened between Cody and Malaya, we've got snippets, but we can get a good idea. And future conversations are about the babies that possibly Malaya had and lost previous to that. The truth doesn't benefit any person in this family, because all of it's going to point to is just how they all failed Jack and Lily in all of this. And that contradicts with all of the sympathy certain people have tried to build up for their own reasons. And it's all just to get by in the moment. It's out of desperation. Because that's how little of a human attachment that they've built, thanks to the poor parenting skills by way of Malaya. Patty sounds about the most positive thing in their lives, and the best that she could muster up is to enable all of the debauchery, because at least it probably kept people together.
Because all I know for a fact that I never met these kids. I never met Malaya. I'm back on my follow-up, but Daniel's my friend. But I know for a fact, I feel like I'm closer to these fucking kids than you've ever even thought that you were. You fucking asshole.
Is your dad done, or is he going to make more posts in the future?
Why would he stop now?
Do you remember that was my most favorite leak about Jordan back then, and now I really understand why. Jordan virtue signaling over Mike in a private call about how physically so much closer he is to Jack and Lily than he will ever be. Quite fucking literally, because what he's leaking there is his guilty knowledge. He knows all of the reason. He knows why Danny needed to get towed in that fucking Dodge Journey, in that stupid piece of shit car that he went and later got crushed right beside where Jordan's at right now, talking to him in his little oasis out by that fucking lake. This is the shit that they bring to social media that they allow us to pick apart and hold back at them. This is outstanding. It's amazing that these fucking morons think that they're going to get away with this. Daniel, it's just a pond. It actually wasn't there a number of years ago. Whoever had an excavator dug out a section and went down and hit a certain level and let it fill in. They kind of made it. It's a man-made thing. You go back on Google Earth and you go back as far as you can see it occur. But what's more important to where Jordan is there and where they're talking about and keep referencing that nobody would have recognized at that time that we do now is just how physically close things are. Think about all the things that are associated to the case that are there on the property. Crushed car right beside Jordan's. Everybody is going that way and has a reason to be in the area. All of the McKenzies work at that. Well, some of the McKenzies, I should say, work at the same mill that's just right beside Jordan's house too. There's a section just south of that particular lake when you look at it from an overhead map. And now you've got this asshole and these fucking freaks having to pull from some sort of reality, but talking code and talking circles. But they leak. These fucking assholes have to be the ones that assisted Danny the night that he needed to be towed out, the one that Wayne McKenzie is so pissed off about. Wayne opened right up to certain people about certain things. Danny, you need to be in jail. Danny needs to be in jail. And that's coming in the same sentence as him talking about this particular tow and Danny not wanting to tell everybody who it was, without a doubt. There's a reason for that. It would really associate Darren, the reason why he's involved in the first place in all of this. The majority of the garbage that comes out of his mouth is probably to smooth it over with Janie's immediate family so she can get on with their life and continue and have some sort of basis to maintain the bullshit around there. It's just a matter of time before we figure out what happened to Jack and Lily.
There's no point in fucking stopping now. Just like me, getting my head drove in the fucking dirt. Why should I fucking have to lay in the dirt? I'm getting up and I'm fucking telling every one of you. Simple as that. Like, what else do you want me to say, Mike?
What?
Ask me some more questions, because I'm going to fucking tell you straight up. And if you fuck up and you ask the wrong fucking question, I'm going to tell you how fucking dumb you fucking are. You and fucking Scott Prisnap, every fucking one of you. Fucking literally, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And I'm...
You just can't keep my name out of your mouth, bro. That's funny every time you say it. I'm rattling around rent-free just like you live rent-free in that bus, bitch. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you tune in to Mike Demand and Anita go live later.